what's up guys, this is JJ here again, and this beautiful instrument is a Stoner by Vox Humana Telecaster. And the Stoner series of guitars, like the Growler series of basses, are Vox Humana's more affordable line of instruments. And these are all under €1,000, more or less. This particular one is about €800. More affordable, Vox Humana are luthiers in Vlaardingen in the Netherlands. That's a suburb of Rotterdam, very close to where I live. And I've been a customer of theirs for a long time. And I've been doing demos for them for some time now. I've demoed several of their guitars. They're very high quality, very well made instruments with beautiful woods, pickups, hardware and stuff. But they're pretty expensive, and this is their more affordable lineup, the Stoner series of guitars. Now, what makes them more affordable, you might want to know. Generally speaking, at Vox Humana they make the bodies and the necks themselves, but these Stoner guitars are constructed from all parts bodies and all parts necks, and they have some more affordable but still high quality hardware and pickups. And that is generally going to push the price down, of course, but still you're getting the Vox Humana craftsmanship. They still, you know, like they still work on the necks, they polish the frets, and you can have any pickups installed that you would like, or if you have you know, like specific wishes, they can customize those stock models for you. This particular Tele is a one of their standard production Stoner guitars. It has an alder body, maple neck, with a rosewood fingerboard. It has a vintage style bridge with compensated brass saddles, because a lot of a Tele's tone comes from this this steel bridge, right? It still has two pickups, two Alnico pickups. But it has a four-way switch, and that is typical for Vox Humana Teles. My other Telecaster, the Burst, has the same configuration. It has a four-way switch. Now, in a regular Tele, you will have neck pickup, both pickups together, and bridge pickup, and this one being the brightest sounding, and this one being, you know, like the mellow sounding pickup, and then you have the quack setting in between, as I like to call it. But this Tele has a four-way switch. In the front position is going to be just the neck pickup. In the second position, it's going to be both pickups on at the same time. In the third position, it's going to be just the bridge pickup. But there is a fourth position reserved for the bridge pickup, but with this little pot over here, and I once called it the pot of doom, and I still do. This pot of doom allows you, when you roll it up, to blend in the neck pickup in series with the bridge pickup. So the bright sounding, you know, like twangy Tele bridge, you can thicken that up by rolling in some of the neck pickup, and it becomes hum cancelling with no cosmetic changes. There's no humbucker on here. And besides that, it has regular volume and tone, of course. This guitar has tremendous tuning stability because of this tusk nut. You might say it's a bone nut, but tusk nuts, like graphite nuts, self-lubricating nuts, they used to come only in black, but this is a white, vintage-looking nut. That is a tusk nut, and it has a tusk string guide and some very stable tuners. And on the headstock, it says Stoner by Vox Humana. So it's a very stable instrument. Oh, string-through body, of course. And on the neck plate, it says Vox Humana custom guitar, so you'll know it's a real Vox Humana guitar. Now, the most interesting thing, of course, is to let you hear what the pot of doom does to your sound. So right now the pot of doom is turned all the way off. I'm just going to grab my pick and play a couple of chords for you guys, and then I will gradually roll in the neck pickup in series with that pickup. Okay, so here's just a regular bridge pickup sound. Now I'll bring in the neck pickup. always have the regular bridge pickup sound right underneath number 3 on the selector. So it's now toned up quite a bit. So that's great if you want to switch to a lead sound. Now on some single notes, the bridge pickup by itself sounds like this. It's not exactly single notes, right, but you get the idea. Now just turn up the pot of doom. So that's what the pot of doom does. I will now let you hear the neck pickup, which sounds like this. By the way, they are USA pots, right? So they're very smooth in their tape. And with hardly any loss of bass. Here's both pickups. And now it's time to let you hear some dirty sounds. By the way, I'm playing through a Vox AC4C1, a tiny little red 4-watt all-tube amp with a 10-inch speaker, and it's mic'd with a Sennheiser E906. And that amp is based on the Vox top boost circuit. So I'll just play some chords with the overdrive, with the gain turned up so you can hear how it sounds dirty. The neck pickup. And here's both pickups in the in-between setting for some cool indie type sounds. So those are the dirty sounds. What I'd like to do now is to just show you how an all-parts neck looks before Vox Humana gets to work, right? So you should imagine that these bodies are mail-ordered from the US, and the bodies are then, they're usually finished, right? But this is one of those necks. This is just an all-parts Strat neck here, as you can see over here. Let me show this camera. As you can see, the headstock has already been finished. There is no decal on it or whatsoever, and the rosewood fretboard, it is just, it's not finished or anything except for maybe the sides. There's a normal truss rod in here, but you can ask Vox Humana to put on one of their trademark Carbon Tech necks, in which the truss rod cavity is filled up with graphite. It's one of their trademarks, and it adds great stability to your tone. And as you can see, it says it is licensed, all parts licensed by Fender. Now what they do is they polish the frets. These are medium jumbo frets, 22 medium jumbo frets. They add the nut themselves, and then they get to work on the neck, make it a 12-inch radius, which is very comfortable to play. And then they lacquer the necks, or they oil them, I'm not sure. But they work their magic on that, and of course they do the magical Vox Humana setup. But really, the coolest thing about these is you can have the pickups installed that you want. If you want different hardware, that's no problem. You can simply take one of these instruments and say, well, you know, I want Sperzel tuners on there, or I want a Godot bridge, or I would like to have some Kinman pickups in here, or whatever you fancy. And of course the price is going to go up, but you have a very nice starting point at a very reasonable price, because these instruments, I know by experience, they're way better than any Mexican Fender, or maybe even an American Fender, and that is simply because of the terrific workmanship. So if you want to learn more about Vox Humana guitars, go to voxhumana.nl. If you're a Dutchie, definitely pay them a visit. They're really nice guys. The coffee is always ready, and you're welcome to take a look in their workshop. They're even building my a guitar to my spec. I like to call it the jan-jaap. That's really going to be something. And they have Strats and Teles in the Stoner range, but also a very cool Jazzmaster, which also has a Pot of Doom. Oh my God, that is such a great guitar. As you can tell, I'm pretty much in love with Vox Humana, and I really like the Stoner range of guitars. So check them out at voxhumana.nl. Signing off, JJ out.